mixing with fair weather cumulus that became quite numerous during the morning and afternoon. All is quiet right now across Wisconsin, and it will remain quiet throughout the evening and overnight. Sun and clouds giving way to stars and clouds, and then eventually some patchy fog as we get closer to midnight.
The man who paid his girlfriend to sexually assault her own daughter will spend the next 40 years in prison. A judge handed down the sentence today for Juan Carlos Roca Mejia in Fond du Lac County Court. Prosecutors say Mejia blindfolded, tied up, and suffocated the 12-year-old girl in the back of a van. But she managed to escape and run to a nearby home where a neighbor called police.
This isn't a broken arm that will heal after a cast.
Esto no es un brazo que se rompió, que se puede sanar después que se le pone yeso.
It's physical and emotional trauma that will sit with her forever.
Today, the girl's mother, Aaliyah Antonio, was also sentenced to 34 years in prison for her role in the crimes. Prosecutors pointed out in court that Antonio had a phone in the van, listened to her daughter screaming, and did nothing. Now to Outagamie County, where a bat has tested positive for rabies, and health officials are urging families to take precautions. They say the best protection is keeping your pets vaccinated, making sure they don't run away, and avoiding contact with wild animals. People can also be vaccinated against rabies. So far this year, 19 cases of rabies have been confirmed in Wisconsin, according to the DNR. There has not been a human case since 2010. Now to the Lakeshore, where the Manitowoc Fire Department has received approval from the city to introduce an important resource for mothers and families.
I'm your Lakeshore neighborhood reporter, Abby Hamachek, standing outside Manitowoc Fire Station 3, which will be home to a Safe Haven baby box, just one of 6 in the state. Wisconsin's Safe Haven law allows a parent to surrender an unharmed newborn up to 72 hours old at a hospital, police or fire station, or inside a Safe Haven baby box. The infants are then brought to a hospital and the process begins to find an adoptive family. For the Nabel family of Manitowoc, their lives were changed forever, receiving a daughter after a mother's decision under Safe Haven laws.
Fortunate. We like to say that we're very fortunate because we asked for this and we've been blessed to get it.
The family says they are excited that Manitowoc will now have an option to help parents in crisis. The City Council recently approved the baby box, and the fire station is now working on funding to bring it to the Lakeshore. In Manitowoc, Abby Hamachek, NBC 26.
Abby, thank you. Earlier this year, Howard became the first Northeast Wisconsin community to install a Safe Haven baby box. It is located at the village's fire station. The city of Green Bay has secured about $400,000 in funding to continue its Conservation Corps program through August of next year. The funding comes from the federal AmeriCorps program. The city will also provide nearly $150,000 in local matching funds for 39 AmeriCorps members to help improve our local environment. Earlier this year, DOGE cut nearly $400 million in AmeriCorps grants, but a federal judge has since issued a temporary order to restore funding to states who sued the Trump administration over the cuts, including Wisconsin. A New York appeals court has overturned the $500 million civil fraud judgment against President Trump and his companies. In a split decision, the mid-level appellate court said it agreed with the judge's findings, but ruled the damages were excessive. The civil case was brought by New York Attorney General Letitia James after Trump left office. Following today's ruling, she said she plans to appeal. President Trump responded on social media, calling it, quote, a total victory in what he described as a fake case. A lifelong journey honored on a national stage. Up next, meet the teacher who wants history to come to life for his students.
You're watching NBC 26, part of the Scripps News Group.
A Green Bay man who teaches a unique set of students has an equally unique hobby. Now he's sharing it with the whole country.
A Green Bay teacher's journey through our country's past, published in a national magazine. I'm your Green Bay neighborhood reporter, Perry Apostolakos, and I met the man who has visited almost every president's grave.
Years ago, Russell Beckman spent decades as a police officer and detective.
It's so easy to lock young people up in prison. And I thought if we took some of those resources, tried to keep students out of prison, it might be money better spent.
Now he teaches kids who are incarcerated at the Brown County Juvenile Detention Center.
I want to give them the power that they need to believe in themselves so that they can go and they can graduate from high school.
Beckman teaches his students how to set goals and tries to lead by example. One goal he's set and nearly accomplished: visiting every U.S. president's grave. He wrote about his journey, and the story's now been published by the White House Quarterly magazine.
It's right here, page 56.
He's only missing Jimmy Carter's burial site, which he plans to visit next summer.
We all have connections to the past, and we're closer as a society than what we realize. Every visit to every president's grave started out as a study of their life.
Richard Nixon, he says, hits close to home.
Because he's despised by a lot of people, I felt the connection to him because my students are despised by a lot of people in society. I tell my students that Nixon helped me to understand that unless you suffer from despair, you can never fully appreciate joy.
This moment for Beckman is certainly a joyful one.
It's kind of cool, and I hope to have a couple of these in my classroom so my students can look at it and say, you know something, Beckman did it, so can I.
If you want to read the essay in the White House Quarterly, you'll have to order a paper copy. We've got more information on our website, NBC26.com. In Green Bay, Perry Apostolakos, NBC26.
Northeast Wisconsin has a reason to be proud tonight. Appleton's American Legion Post 38 has raised a record amount of money for the Old Glory Honor Flight. Yesterday, the Brat Fry at the Legion raised $16,000. That's more than double of last year's amount. All proceeds from yesterday's Brat Fry go directly to the honor flight.
Temperatures this afternoon climbed into the mid and upper 70s. We're going to add another 3 to 6 degrees on top of those readings right there for tomorrow before a big taste of fall moves in for early next week. Your forecast is next.
Now, Chief Meteorologist Cameron Moreland, featuring the 3-degree guarantee, sponsored by your Wisconsin Chevy Super Dealers.
It's a really nice evening across Northeast Wisconsin. Temperatures currently range from the lower to mid 70s near Lake Michigan to the mid and upper 70s further inland. In Appleton right now with mostly sunny skies, the temperature is 79 degrees. In Green Bay, we've got a mixture of fair weather cumulus clouds and blue skies. It's 76 and the winds are calm. The radar this evening showing quiet weather across the entire area, but it's a different story off to the north and west from eastern North Dakota through northern Minnesota and southwestern Ontario. There is an area of showers and thunderstorms, and that's developing ahead of our next weather maker, which is a cold front. That cold front is going to swing through here tomorrow night. South of it today, with lots of sunshine, temperatures were in the lower to mid 80s across central Minnesota, western Iowa, back into the eastern Dakotas, and then it got really hot, 98 in Pierre. We're not going to get that hot, but that heat is definitely headed our way for tomorrow. The 80s are going to return for most of the viewing area. You can see the normal high is 78. I'm forecasting a high right around 81 or 82, and that sets the stage for just great weather for Friday Night Lights. We've got your TV 32 Sports Showdown Game of the Week, the first one of the year between Winneconne and Little Chute. It's at 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. Mostly sunny skies, but there is a slight chance for a shower or a thunderstorm. Here's Skycast at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Sunshine mixing with clouds. That'll be the case for most of the day with an emphasis on sunshine, but you can see as that cold front gets closer, an area of showers and thunderstorms will develop north and west of the Fox Valley during the late afternoon and evening and then slowly work south and east. This particular computer forecast model, Skycast, has a broken line of showers and thunderstorms coming through after midnight tomorrow. So all in all, it looks like most games will be fine, but there is that chance. We've got a marginal risk for severe weather across the far northwest, Langlade County, northern Marinette County, and that means if those storms can get going, they could produce some gusty winds and also some hail. Behind the cold front on Saturday, we will see gusty winds, not to severe levels, but At times, 20 to 25 miles per hour, and that means it's going to be breezy at Lambeau Field with mostly sunny skies. Kickoff temperatures will be in the mid to upper 70s. So tonight, patchy clouds and patchy fog, lows around 60. Tomorrow, warmer and a slight chance for a thunderstorm, especially north and west of Green Bay. For most of us, that chance for a storm would be after sunset. My 3-degree guarantee is 81. If I can hit that high within 3 degrees, we will donate $100